Detroit is different here with Buy Detroit's passport to procurement. And I'm with Paul Jones now. Mr. Jones, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Excellent. Now that is an adjective that I like to hear, especially around small businesses in Detroit. Definitely touched my heart. So with this, how does passport to procurement help that small business get to a level where they're ready to do business with larger businesses?
It's a unique opportunity for small businesses to get everything they need in a one-stop shop. So the readiness piece of it, and all the planning that goes on before, I think a lot of that gets undervalued because you come to an event like this with so much energy, deals being done, and you think, wow, I can just go up in there and get a deal. But I know a lot of stuff, preparation has gone, and commitment has gone up to leading up to this event from both the buyer and the seller. So when you have a day like this where everything comes together smoothly, the potential sellers have a chance to showcase their product. They've been well prepared, they're groomed, and they're in position to go ahead and get the deal. I mean, it's magic. And again, I think one of the things that's unique about this event relative to other events I see is that if you're invited here, you're ready to do business. And the buyers know that as well as the sellers. So they're ready to come out here and make some transactions happen. And that's what you're seeing right now.
All right, ready to do business, and there's facets of it because many of these businesses, I'm gonna get a little bit business school on you. Shout out Walsh College. Some are business to customer. This is business to business and large business. And we talked about like what they're needing to learn and this whole process. It can get overwhelming, nervous, be fear in this whole thing, and some anxiety. What is it that you think should give confidence and pride for those business owners that are here to be ready to go to that next level, that next step?
Well, like anything else, it's preparation. So I sat in on the pitch competitions, and those businesses, they were prepared, they were ready, they exude confidence because, again, I know they went through a lot of training. The other thing I think that goes into it is you have to have your financials in place. You have to know how to sell your product and what the value add is. And you have to know that you have the infrastructure and the platform to deliver once you do sign that big purchase order. So a lot of small businesses, you're making something in your home and you're saying, I want to get a big deal with Target. Are you ready for that? Is that going to suffocate you and drown you? Or can you get that contract right now and call the bank that you've been working with and say, we're ready to go? You're going to call that co-packer and say, all right, what we've been talking about is happening. Or are you going to get that purchase order and say, go into, oh my God, well, what do I do here? And I think that, again, in this environment, everybody's been well vetted. On the buyer side, they know what it's like to work with small businesses because there's nuances. And again, you come into a platform like this, you're confident because you've been working at this for a long time, months, sometimes even years to get this stage, to get this level. And it all comes down so smooth because Khara's done a lot of work to put this together. You've been on the ground doing a lot of work. So the magic happens, but you're confident because you know that you've been well prepared and groomed for this very moment.
All right, and you talked about being groomed for this moment. What happens just in our city? What happens in Detroit as more small businesses have this opportunity to scale up and engage in larger scale business? What impact does that have on where we're from?
Right. So I'm going to say something, and it's going to go against the grain. It might be a little controversial, but I revel in provocation. So I'm just going to put it out there. Our tagline is Detroit hustles harder. And I think that right now what we're seeing is that we're getting away from hustling and we're getting towards scaling. And this is what this means for our city is that not anybody, but there is a certain skill set that it takes to come up with a product, sell out the trunk of your car, sell in the corner, and go out there and move product. And that, no one's knocking hustle, but I think as a city right now, we're ready to go to that next level. We're ready to scale. We're ready to go out there and and get a contract with Meyer Corner Market or with Target. And we understand that you have to, again, have all of your ducks in a row. You have to have financing, you have to have co-packing, you have to have production in place, you have to have processes and procedures. So now I would say Detroit is ready to scale, or Detroit scales better. I think that should be a new tagline. I think that this is what this event right here represents, is that we're a city that's ready to scale.
Wow. And you already know that I think Kira may take that as a hashtag soon.
Hey, I'm good with it because she'll use it well, you know. So yeah, I'm all with it.
Last question. What would you like to walk away with today?
I think that in my role, my passion is supporting small businesses. And when I talk with small businesses, understanding what they need, where there's gaps in our ecosystem, what we can do to better promote them. To me, you know, getting that anecdotally or data-wise is what I'd like to walk away from. And then also making sure entrepreneurs know that there's more resources out there for them. You know, we've built and crafted a whole ecosystem to help entrepreneurs, but many entrepreneurs are so busy doing what they do, building their businesses, they don't know that these type of programs plus more exist. So the more that people in small businesses are connected and knowing that we got them, we have the resources they need to take their business to the next level, the better it is for the city and the more gratification I get as an individual.
Thank you so much.